All right, we are back. As promised, we have an interesting conversation for you. We're just from talking politics, some serious stuff. Now we're just making it lighter. I know that this is not serious, it's a bit lighter, you know. So that when you go to work or when you're chilling, whatever you're doing, you get to do it enjoy, because we're giving you some things to ponder on, think about, because it concerns you, right? We are talking about leveling up, basically personal growth, leveling up. That's why tumekuuliza pale kwa social media, and I'll be sampling some of your comments, so make sure that you have commented there. Hashtag #1inthemorning at Y254 channel. My personal handle is Stephanie Geta. The question we are asking you ni, J, how can one stop wasting time na waanze kujijenga? How do you stop wasting time na waanze kujijenga? That is the big question today. So talk to us there, and we'll be sampling some of your comments. And joining me here, this panel, I have an amazing panel. There's Ruth Kemunto, the lady just next to me. She is a social behavior researcher. If you want to know what that is about, I also do, so you are rightly tuned in. And then we have Josh Kutwo, who's the President Emeritus, Management University of Africa Student Association. By that, you know that he is already retired from being the president there, for lack of a better word. So he's been in leadership, and they'll be talking to us. Let me just ask you more about what you do, even as you say hi to us.
Thank you. I really appreciate this opportunity. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Ruth Kemunto. I am a social behavior researcher. I'm also a law student. I'm passionate about social behavior research because I get to understand how humans behave and how that behavior affects their political, social, and economic life. That way you get to understand how they can better themselves and become efficient people in the society.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you study the human behavior and you understand how like what really makes them make certain decisions and the behavior that they have. And
Yes.
Yes. Okay, interesting. All right. What about you, Josh, from being President Emeritus?
So at the
What are you
moment,
doing?
at the moment, I'm trying to look at my next avenue in life. Maybe I can pursue another degree or advance in masters, or optionally can also look for a job maybe to start earning at the moment. But I'm still exiting the university. I'm not fully. I've not yet fully exited.
Okay.
So I'm still finishing up with my research proposal so that I can graduate. Therefore, I know where next or what to do.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, what is your, let me start with you, Ruth. What is your own journey, or what does personal growth mean to you?
Personal growth is the result of leveling up.
Could you increase your voice a bit higher?
Personal growth is the result of leveling up. Personal growth involves the small choices you make every day, is the small decisions you make every day, is the habits you decide to start. When you tell yourself, I want to work out, you wake up every day and you tell yourself, I want to work out. It's that habit you form. And personal growth is slow. It is not something that happens overnight. It is something that happens gradually, and we can embrace it by now time management at the heart of it. And I believe that we can manage our time through coming up with a plan. That's setting up goals, manageable goals, which are realistic goals. And after that, you can take action. By taking action, you go ahead and tell yourself, how can I achieve that goal? I go ahead and look for now ways on how I can achieve that goal. If let's say I want to work out, I'll tell myself I'll go to the gym to work out. That's taking action. And later on, you'll get to see the results which will make you which you'll tell yourself that I've now become a better person. And that is all about personal growth.
Okay,
Yeah.
Profound. So it is personal initiative.
Yes.
Takes time, but it is all about you and what you want to achieve.
Yes.
Amazing. What about you, Josh?
When you talk about personal growth, it's all about at least knowing yourself. It's self-awareness, knowing what you need in life, or trying to make a step from where you are. So basically, and for someone to start by saying you want to grow, therefore it means maybe you don't want the life you are at the moment, or maybe you're suffering, or the people around you, you want to change them, or they change the life you are. So that's when somebody takes an initiative of trying to level up. So you can do so by at least setting clear goals, being disciplined on what you want to do, and also making some more of soul searching and self-awareness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Profound as well. Has that worked for you? Like, have you seen yourself to where you are currently? Have you seen yourself growing intentionally over the years on specific areas, or just wholesomely as a person?
Yeah, for sure. I can say I've seen myself grow, because I normally take an initiative of doing what I want. For example, before I joined the university politics, it's not an easy thing, first of all. And I felt like the people around me and me myself, I was tall, and also I felt like I had the leadership thing. So before I become the president, I was just a normal student, you see. So I can feel like it's a growth to some extent, being the university president. So it was an initiative I took, and be like, I can do this, and I went for it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That was quite a good challenge that you took up, and you went for it. What about you, Ruth? Do you have an instance or something, an impactful thing that you've said that this I have seen as a result of my personal growth or something?
Yes, it has really worked for me, especially on working out.
Okay.
I had an issue with my body, and I told myself, if I want to achieve the body I want, I have to go an extra mile. I have to work hard for it. And I decided to wake up in the morning and do it. It's intentional. Personal growth has to be intentional. It's the intention of trying to pursue self-improvement. And you have to make the decision every single day. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And, congratulations to you both on attaining the growth that you wanted. Now, do you think, looking at the young people now, do you think that they're struggling, this particular generation, more with time management than previous generations? If you do, then what's your reason?
I can say at the moment there are a lot of distractions, more so on the social media. You find that the youth or the young people, at the moment, they don't make good use of the social media. You find that they more so use it to entertain themselves rather than at least trying to be educative, trying to learn something new. So, for example, you might find somebody who is in TikTok. Instead of using it, maybe doing some content where they can monetize it, they'll just be in TikTok, scroll and see other people's content. So you find that at the moment, the young generation are using more time to do some things which are not more of reasonable, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're using their time wrongly, because social media is a good place, only that they're not taking advantage of the opportunities that are there.
Yeah, sure.
What is your own take on that?
And on what you see, it's also on social media. And truth be told, we always blame time for not achieving what we want, but instead distractions are the enemy. When you look at social media, you find that for example, I also struggle with it. I will sit down, scroll on TikTok, and it will take me hours, and when I'll come to my senses, I'll be like, oh, I've wasted some time, and I should have done something constructive with that time. This is the same thing our listeners, or rather the young people, are really struggling with. They scroll a lot, and they could have used that time to do something constructive with it. Instead of you telling yourself, I should read, you tell yourself every single time, I don't have time to read. That time you should have used it to read and become a better person in society. Yeah.
So every time you tell yourself, you should actually take that time to actually do it.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, I know you've mentioned social media, but are there other time wasters, social media, just to say it very cautiously, because it's also an avenue where people are making money and earning resources from it. But the people who are just using it for leisure, it being a time waster, what are the other areas where people waste a lot of time and they can use their time constructively, get rid of whatever and then use their time constructively? Let me ask you.
Okay, thank you. I said social media because you find that it's the most that most people are engaged in at the moment. But you find that people, they don't really realize the environment or where they are. And sometimes how people waste time is the friends they have. You might be chilling with a dude, and this is a guy who works online maybe at night. So you'll be chilling out with him at the day while you're not doing anything at night. So you find that you'll be wasting your time with him, trying to think you're on the same page. But this guy is working at night. He's doing something constructive. But you're here with him, chilling out during the day, doing nothing, you see. So it's also more of the environment. You're supposed to see the environment you are in and the people around you. The other thing is people waste time because of procrastination. Instead of getting and engaging in a task, you'll be like, tomorrow is a better time, I think I'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe some other time. You see, that's how most of people waste a lot of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well said. So apart from social media, there's also you just spending your time with other people that do not really make sense and you don't know how they're using their time. So the company that you keep could also be a reason for it. What do you say about this, Ruth? Especially for those that are in campus, and campus there are a lot of relationships. Just breaking down what he said, taking it closer home. Those people are in relationships, so you just from class you go to your boyfriend's place, you do wife duties, wash clothes, clean, you just spend your time doing nothing constructive. Yeah, what would you say to that?
I'd say that you need to get someone who you, now in the part of relationships, you need to get someone who shares the same goals as you. Instead of getting, let's say, a boyfriend who wastes your time, you should get someone who tables down their ideas and you come up with a schedule. I'm not saying relationships are bad. They're actually good and they should be very healthy. But instead get someone who builds you up, mnajengana pamoja, and you write down a schedule and you tell yourselves, once I come to your place or once we meet up, we can discuss on how we can make our lives better. We can even come up with a business. You can encourage yourselves on how to save money since you're still under parents' custody. And once you come out now to the world, to the real world, you will realize that relationships can be something beautiful and they can be really beneficial if you meet the right person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just about meeting the right person who will build you and all that. There's not something that you also mentioned just before I come to Josh. When you're talking about your use of social media and how you recognize that you wasted time, and you said, you'd find yourself having taken a lot of time on social media. What is the place of being self-aware, or the importance of being self-aware even on everything that you're doing, self-conscious about everything that you're doing, what is that, the place of that?
It's key. Self-awareness is key, and it's very important. You need to take track of your activities and the time you spend. Being in social media leads you to, there's some apps that will help you to take track of your time. They will let's say freeze your other apps, or they will put a lot of time for you, which will take to open that other app, for example Instagram. And self-awareness should be made known to people out here, because you get to realize that so many young people do not know on the dangers of engaging so much in social media. Yeah.
Okay, so it plays a very key role, just knowing yourself and all that. Just do you think that it's also important for people to know their weaknesses, knowing your triggers, knowing things that affect you, things that would help you, so that it helps in your growth as a person?
Yeah, very true. I can say it's very key for somebody to be self-aware. You're supposed to know that instead of making good use of this time I have, I'm just killing time. I've not targeted or have any goal to achieve in a certain day. Maybe you're just a student, and after your classes, you go back to sleep or just do nothing. So it's better at least you be aware of yourself, of what you want, of what you want to achieve, you see. So, and at least make a goal, have a target in something you should achieve in a day or a certain time. That's how at least you'll make good use of time, and you'll feel yourself as making it, or making a change, developing, at least growing from where you are to somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that this generation is lazy? Because the older generation calls the Gen Zs with the instant coffee generation, popcorn generation. They just want things instantly.
I can say the generation we are in at the moment, people are so hypothetical, in the sense that people try to imagine that they have made it, but they don't want to get in the process of making it, you see. So they just want to be, they see somebody who made it at a certain age, but they don't consider how they got up there. So people are just lazy, doing nothing, just imagining that they'll get there, you see. That's how they gets them lazy. They feel like, this one I cannot do at the moment. This one, it will require me to get at this age, you see. But for that person maybe to get there, or a certain mentor they have, or a celeb they are interested in, you find that before they got there, at this age they were doing something, you see. Yeah. So people are more of hypothetical. They're just imagining of getting somewhere better, but they don't want to engage or get in the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some truth in the statements that are given about the younger generation. So they need to be keen into actually putting in effort into what they want, right? Do you share the same opinion, Ruth, on this, on what Josh has said? And if so, then what should the process look like, really? What steps should one take to move from being time wasters to being productive?
First of all, this generation is very lazy, very lazy. They want quick money. I'm also a Gen Z, and they don't want to put effort. And you hear them saying, I'm going to look for mbabas. That's because they're lazy. A lady can't go out there and work for their money.
Unfortunately, that is unfortunate, right?
They are very lazy. So for the second question, steps on how we can become good time managers. Step one is to identify your time. Once you understand your time properly, if you say that I am a morning person, or I am an evening person, or I am very active during the day, you get to take track of that time, and you put a lot of the activities you want to engage in during that time. And then Once you have identified that, you get to now set up the goals, appropriate goals. You tell yourself, I want to achieve this by the end of this year, and I'm sure you will, because in us humans, we require momentum and not motivation. Momentum is the force that is going to drive you even when your motivation went down. And the third step, you can now take action. I talked about it earlier. You look for now the resources or the money required or the capital here and there. And afterwards, you'll now be able to achieve, you'll have achieved what you wanted. If let's say it's financial freedom, you'll get it. If it's the job you wanted, you'll get it. If you wanted to have good etiquette skills, you will get it, and that way you'll be able to interact appropriately with the society out here. Yeah.
Okay. I love what you said. It should be about momentum and not motivation. So just take the practical steps that you've given, and see yourself making steps, and it just doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, but you get there. To you, Josh, I don't know, do you have a different process from what she has?
Not really. I can say she has said it right, that at least you should have the appropriate goals. Go on with your own pace. So long as you have, you will achieve this goal at a certain time, go with your own pace. Don't push or pressure yourself in doing something, and maybe it might not work so well as it works for somebody else, you see. So go with your own pace, so long as you're achieving something. You have this target you made, and by the end of this time, I've achieved. So I can call it a growth by yourself. It's not all about looking upon someone or somebody else, yeah.
Okay, so just go with your pace, and work towards achieving it. How then do you strike a balance? Because some people also overdo. Kuna mtu mwenye atasema, I want to make it in life, and you make it your business to make it in life, which is not a bad thing, only that you forget yourself. Someone can really forget themselves. You get engrossed in, if it's work, then it's work. If it's school, then it's school. You don't have time for people. You don't have time for, any other thing. You're just focused on that. But life it's much more than just working or just studying. It's about having fun. So how do you strike a balance between rest, fun, and productivity? Let me start with you, and then I come to Ruth.
So I can say, you find that whenever people are getting in certain work or doing something excessively, you find that they have this pressure. They have a lot of pressure, and maybe getting to achieve, or at times maybe you see your friend who has made it, and you be like, she's working a lot. Then you're pressuring yourself to get there, but you're not so sure of the input they are making, you see. So you find that it's a lot of pressure you might be having, so that you'll find yourself working a lot, and you're working hard instead of working smart, you see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you should work smart, not hard. What about you, Ruth? What is your take on that?
Thank you. You can strike a balance. By now, that's where now tracking time comes in. Once you tell yourself that I'm going to work, if let's say you're a workaholic person and you work from, let's say, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the evening, in the middle, I'm sure you won't miss some breaks. You can maybe go out, have a walk, interact with nature, take some fresh air and breathe in, and that way you will exhale some pressure from yourself.
Okay.
And you'll be able to handle the pressure appropriately. But pressure is also good. It's good because it's what pushes you to want more and to want to achieve more.
Okay. So pressure is good at the end of the day. So you just need to know how to manage the pressure and work out your time, your productivity time. You make the most out of it, and then you also find time for rest and all that. What skills, Josh, do you feel the young people should have in this season of their life? As by this season, I mean in their young generation time that they have, their productivity age. What skills should they have?
The skills they should have are be innovative first. Try to be innovative in the sense that make good use or try to make it be better. For example, maybe you're in a certain job, whenever you're earning the first salary, you find that it's a lot of money because you didn't have it earlier. But it doesn't mean that since you've gotten this job, you have this salary, it means that you're okay to go. At least try to make good use of that chance. Maybe you're having this money, try to add it up because you're never so sure of an emergency where it will come. So be innovative, try to make good use of what you have at the moment. If it's a job, it's a money, the environment you are in. For example, you're working with this company and then somebody like a salesperson, then you're doing it online. Make good use of it. People maybe know you through online. There, you can make your own enterprise or company or do something like an online shopping through, and it started as maybe you're just a salesperson. So be innovative. The second thing, have discipline. If you've said that I'll no longer be using these, or I'll shun away from doing this so that I can get track to what I'm doing, have self-discipline, have self-control. Yeah.
So be innovative and stay disciplined and have self-control.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing skills. What skills would you say are very key for the young people to have, even as they look into building themselves?
I will say, looking at what's happening in our country, the fact that there are no jobs, the no job notion. Young people can become innovative by using certain skills such as wiring, being a plumber. Those are the skills which you see people out here, they're making money, and they didn't go to prestigious universities like our UN here. They just went to the TVET universities and they got those skills, and now they're using them to make money. Skills like weaving, you see the weaving shops, they're selling baskets, and they're not dirty jobs. They are good jobs and they will put some money in your pocket. Skills like now the IT, since we have technology, advanced technology in today's world, it's good for a young person to have some knowledge on it. Even if it's not the expertise knowledge, you can have some knowledge on it, and the way they're using social media now, they can make some games or apps, and they're making money out here. It's just about being smart.
All right, amazing. Now, still on you, Ruth, how do you stay, even at an individual level, how do you stay motivated and not discouraged? You know, sometimes it can be discouraging. You want to do these things happen and things just come your way. So how do you stay disciplined and motivated?
To start with, I'm doing law, so obviously you'll hear people out here saying law is flooded, doesn't have a job. So what makes me to wake up every single day and tell myself I'm going to school to study that law? I will wake up because I tell myself I'm not depending on law. I don't want to depend on law. I'm just using law as the knowledge I have acquired in school to do other things. I can do business. For example, I do business. And what motivates me every day is having friends who will hold your hand and tell you every day, kuja tuende shule. The future is bright. Yeah, that's my motivation, I can say.
Okay, amazing. That's quite a good example where people can emulate. It's just also the perception that you have, the attitude that you have, that determines a lot. Yeah. And to you, Josh, have you ever made a sacrifice in your journey in your personal growth journey?
Yeah, for sure. At times, maybe to get something that you've never gotten, you have to at least sacrifice. To engage in something, definitely it needs time. And maybe you're this person, you just wake up in the morning, you do a certain task, and that's the end of it. But you are not satisfied with what you're getting, with what you're doing at the moment. So whenever you engage in something new, or you've decided to make a different step, you definitely have to sacrifice. Maybe this it's something that needs to be done at night. At least you'll have to sacrifice some time of your sleep, you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How does, to ask you, Ruth, if you were to summarize personal growth, even as we come to an end of in this conversation, for both of you actually, but starting with you, Ruth, if you were to summarize personal growth in one sentence, how would you summarize it?
You start small.
You start small.
Yeah, you start small.
Okay, good enough. For you, Josh, if you were to summarize it in one sentence, how would you summarize it, personal growth?
In one sentence, I can say being resilient, being consistent, and adaptability of the new environment.
Okay,
Yeah.
resilient, consistent, and adaptability of the new environment. Both are profound. And for someone who, doesn't have any interest in personal growth, because it also takes interest, what are the benefits of personal growth? Just starting with you.
The benefits of having personal growth is to change the environment, not being the same, at least making a step, being different. Maybe you're born in this family whereby you're just earning, or you're getting just from the basic salary, or the normal food, you're just okay, you're just well off. At least for you to make a step, or think of having a different thing, at least you'll be having this perception or a dream of being different, you see. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. What about you, Ruth?
For me, I think the benefits of personal growth are two. One is you get to attract the right people, the right friends, the right people to work with. If I want to develop my etiquette skills and I want to know how to interact with the rich people, the rich society, because the rich people want people who think like them or do things like them. I'll have to do things like them in order to get into their circles. That way you'll be able to attract the right people to you. And the second thing is that it brings about financial freedom, because once you have discipline in whatever you're doing, I believe it brings about the good fruits, the sweet fruits, and you'll be able to enjoy them.
Okay, so you will eat from your work, you eat the fruits of whatever you've put in, and you attract the right people at the same time. Interesting. Now, as a closing remark, and also as you both share your social media handles, what advice would you give to someone who's watching? They want to start their personal growth journey, but they do not know where to start. They want to stop being time wasters, but they do not know where to start. I want to start with you, Josh.
The first thing I'll try to tell those people engaging in the first time in a journey of personal growth, the first thing I'll say, they should embrace failure. Sometimes things might fail, but that doesn't mean it's the end of it. An example of a great guy like Jack Ma, this guy who owns Alibaba, you find that he was rejected in over 30 positions of job, you see. I also tried a job at KFC. He was rejected. He failed in his university the first time in the exams. But where is he right now? So we should try to embrace failure. It's not like we should give up when something fails for the first time. So walk with your own pace. Try not to give up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Walk in your own pace and try not to give up. Great way of closing. And your social media handles?
You can find me at Instagram at _.josh, the same on TikTok, and rarely am I on Facebook. So it's on X at _.josh, Instagram, and also TikTok.
So _.josh.
Yeah.
_.josh is where you can get him on social media. Ruth, what is your closing remarks, and then what are your social media handles?
Thank you. I'd love to say that it's good for now the listeners. You call yourself in a meeting, you talk to yourself, you ask yourself where the hours go, and you come up with a schedule. You cut off the junk habits. You yourself, you do that, waste your time. You cut them off, and now you start embracing the new habits now the following day, or that's a period of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seriously amazing.
My social handles, I'm not active in Instagram, I'm not active in TikTok.
Okay, where are you active?
I'm only active in LinkedIn and Twitter.
Serious people, eh?
Yeah.
Professional.
Yeah. Yeah, Twitter. I have interest in other sectors like mental health.
Okay.
There's Camps Mind. There's also Voices of Changes. You'll get it there. There's also Ruth Kemunto. That's in LinkedIn. In Twitter, it's also Ruth Kemunto.
Ruth Kemunto, LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Twitter, and the other one on Twitter?
Ruth Kemunto. Camps Mind, Initiative, and Voices of Change.
Okay, absolutely amazing. Thank you both for coming on board and having this amazing discussion with us, sharing your thoughts and your journey. We do appreciate it. I hope you have taken something from this and you're motivated to start this journey. And remember, it's not about motivation, it's motion, right? That's what you said. So you just continue, you just keep it rolling until you get it. It's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. Eventually you will attract the right people, you will have success. So you just take a day at a time, as long as you are moving towards the goals that you have set for yourselves. That's it from us. We are closing the show right here. We have enjoyed your company. As always, tomorrow is another day and I will meet you. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship and innovation, and we already have amazing guests for you, so I will see you there. But before then, enjoy the rest of your viewing. Have a great day ahead. Cheers.